Conservative new media viewers and Jeremy Lin fans around the world, we are here to analyze and recap Houston's 134-126 overtime loss at home to the San Antonio Spurs. With the loss, Houston drops to 9-11 on the season, and I believe they've lost 2 games in a row now. Now, in my opinion, this game was lost because Coach Kevin McHale took Lin out of the ball game with about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Houston was up by about 9 points at that time. As soon as Jeremy Lin went out of the game, the Spurs went on a 9-0 run, tied it up, and then it was a dogfight that the Spurs ended up winning in the overtime. I know that Jeremy Lin was tired at that time, but when Kevin McHale looks back and when the media ask him about it, everybody's going to understand, in my opinion, that was why Houston lost the game. And so I think hopefully next time Kevin McHale will make a different decision. But that's the way it goes. It happens. He was trying to get Jeremy a rest. If you saw Jeremy was tired. Why was he tired? Because he played a bunch of minutes, and the pace was very fast. This is an up-and-down game. They were playing against an up-and-down team, meaning up and down, getting up and down the court, and Houston's an up-and-down team. So Jeremy was just tired. Everybody was tired in the game. You could see it. Pretty much everybody was tired. McHale was thinking that he wanted a quick rest for Jeremy, and then he put him back in. Unfortunately, as soon as Jeremy went out, the Spurs got a bunch of points. So this was a terrific game, and Houston should have won this game. Now, Tony Parker had a great game. He had a triple-double. And look, there's no shame in losing to the best team in the league. The Spurs have the best record in the league. As I've said the other day when Houston played them, they're a championship-level team, extremely professional. It's going to happen. It's a shame. Houston should have won. Jeremy was certainly ready to win, and you saw that all throughout this game. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Linsanity 2.0. Linsanity 2.0. I told you guys. I told you. Don't doubt me, the NBA expert, and particularly don't doubt Jeremy Lin, because he made all the people look bad all over again. This was the breakout game that Jeremy Lin needed. Haters are done. The haters are gone. There's nothing to say after this. And now the coaches and teammates of Jeremy Lin have been put on notice. Yes, this is Jeremy Linsanity Lin. No, last year was not a fluke. Yes, you better start giving him the damn ball more right now. It's not a coincidence that this happened with James Harden out of the lineup with a turned ankle tonight. Again, I love James Harden. However, when Jeremy Lin was signed in this offseason, James Harden wasn't in the plans. And now you have two guys that are similar position with similar skills, meaning, that they both need the ball. It's almost like Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. You have overlapping skill sets. And now it's going to be McHale's responsibility and the team's responsibility to make sure that they get the best out of Jeremy Lin and James Harden. So you're going to have to find a way to make this work, and I'm sure they will. But all this stuff, it's James Harden's team and all this. Look, James Harden's the best player on the team. I'm not saying he's not. He is. But you saw what Jeremy could do tonight. And you can't escape from that. You can't put that to the side. You need that because not a lot of guys in the NBA can do that. And Jeremy showed that he could do it relatively consistently last year. And he just did it again. And that means he can do it again and again and again. Here's the thing I will give Kevin McHale a whole bunch of credit for tonight, though. He was the guy that helped spark this in Jeremy. And I'll tell you why. When he benched Jeremy with about 6 minutes left in the first quarter, that was very early. Usually Jeremy will play about 9 minutes before he'll get his first rest, and then they bring in Tony Douglas. At least that's the way that Kelvin Sampson was doing the rotations. Basically, it was a good move. And the reason why it was a good move was because Jeremy was playing too passively. Come down, bring the ball up, pass it to the guy, and then their little rinky-dink offense, Guy then cuts to the middle and he passes it. But when Tony Douglas came in, the energy picked up. Tony Douglas was playing tight defense on his man, and he was going quicker, and he was having more attacks, putting more pressure on the defense, and there was more rhythm and flow to the offense. And what Kevin McHale was trying to get across to Jeremy Lin is, that's how I want you to play. You need to play like Tony Douglas is playing. And Jeremy got the message. So when Jeremy came back into the game with 1 minute left in the first quarter, Linsanity 2.0 was born. Because what he realized then is, you know what? Coach wants me to attack. And if I'm going to be out on the court, I need to attack. And he started attacking. And that went right into the beginning of Linsanity 2.0. Now, I told you guys, I said it in the last video, it's good when Tony Douglas plays well. Why is it good? Because it takes more pressure off of Jeremy Lin, but also they can be on the court at the same time. There's going to be times when Harden's getting rest, or you have a night like tonight when Harden's out, and these guys are playing at the same time. And sometimes I've seen the Rockets, they'll put all three of them on the floor at the same time. Tony Douglas at the point guard, Jeremy at the shooting guard, Harden at the small forward. So you need Tony Douglas. If Jeremy's driving the lane and Tony Douglas is sitting in the corner for a three-pointer, you want Tony Douglas to be able to hit that shot. And he hit that tonight. He played very well tonight. Those two combined had, 55 points. Tony Douglas himself had 17 points tonight. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's not a thing that's threatening or, he's going to overshine Jeremy. Tony Douglas can't do what Jeremy did tonight. He doesn't have that ceiling. He doesn't have that potential that Jeremy does. And that should be, again, if there's any question of last year, tonight puts all of that to bed. This is the real Jeremy Lin. I said it in the last video. People have been comparing Jeremy Lin of last year with this guy who's in a new system with coaches and teammates that might be doubting him a little bit with a hurt knee. Tonight, you saw the real Jeremy Lin. I told you guys in the Spurs game the other day, you started seeing glimpses of it. That's when I knew that something like tonight could happen because he was physically ready to do it and he was mentally ready to do it. He just needed a little bit of a spark, and that's what happened tonight when Kevin McHale benched him. He got the point. I need to play quicker. I need to play more aggressively, and that's what he did. Jeremy had 38 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. He played a phenomenal game. This is just one of those special games like Linsanity 1.0. We'll link to the highlights and everything. This was an incredible game. He only had 2 turnovers, so 3.5 to 1, I believe. Turnover to assist to turnover, phenomenal. And he scored 38 points. This is what it's all about, folks. This is what Jeremy Lin is. Haters, we tried to tell you this. You knew it. That's what really makes me mad. People knew it. The haters know it. They just didn't want to admit it because they don't want him to be good for various reasons. This is the capability of Jeremy Lin. This is why everyone was so excited. This is why everybody understood that the scouts and the draft experts blew it with Jeremy Lin. Not to mention the NCAA people that didn't give him scholarships. Jeremy Lin has an enormous upside because he's fast. He's pretty big for a point guard. When he gets on a roll, man, his confidence. You saw that one 3-pointer he took at the end of the third quarter, just dagger. There's not a lot of guys that can do that and do it consistently. We saw Jeremy do that last year. You remember the game where he scored 17 points against Philly in the fourth quarter. This guy has shown he can do this. And tonight was a night when the page gets turned. The haters go bye-bye and the doubters go goodbye, because he proved it again. He proved it again. And I knew he was going to prove it again. So I said, people are saying, "Oh, you're so high on Jeremy Lin. You're hoping." No, I wasn't hoping. I don't have to hope. Hope is something that you do based upon faith. That's at least that's the way I look at it. I didn't have to hope because I already saw Jeremy Lin do it. Me, it was just like, if you did it, you can do it again. And he's done it. Not only did he do it once, he did it repeatedly last year. Repeatedly. To me, it was just a matter of time. It was a matter of his body coming back and him having the confidence and the opening to be able to show that he could do it. The opening was James Harden was out of this game, and Houston needed more offense. And the rest of the guys, particularly the front, although Ashik played great, but Parsons and these other guys, they weren't on tonight. They needed Jeremy to do it. So he finally had the opportunity. Yep, I'm that guy. Mama, there goes that man. That's right. And so it's like I said, this isn't a surprise to me. I knew it was going to happen. And I'm glad that it happened, because now we can start getting past all the garbage, just BS, haterist stuff. And now we can start really building up Jeremy Lin to what he is supposed to be and what he can be. And it was great, man. Now, again, he's not going to play this well every night. And the reason why he won't play this well every night is because he's not going to shoot this well every night. Or was he like 4 or 5 from 3-point range and, like 12 of 12 from the free throw line? Nobody does that. It doesn't happen like that. So, but that's okay, because he did it tonight and he showed he can do it just like he showed last year. That's one of the things that I really like about Jeremy. He's a clutch performer, man. He's clutch, and I know that's in his background. Old teammates of his and coaches will say, "Yeah, Jeremy's at his best when the most is on the line." That's right. That's how he got into Harvard. That's how he made it in the NBA. That's how he fought through sleeping on the couch. And that's how he did Linsanity 1.0. Nobody saw it coming. But Jeremy Lin believed that he could do it, and once he had the chance, he did it. And that's why I knew he could do it again. Because once you have that inside of you, once you have that championship mentality, you don't lose that. You don't lose that, particularly somebody as young as Jeremy Lin. If you're 35 years old in a professional sport and you say something, well, you might not be able to keep doing it because you're older. That might have been a one-shot deal. Jeremy Lin's 24 years old. He's just getting started. So when he shows something like that, like, yeah, we need this guy. This is the guy we signed for $25 million. That's right. And tonight, you saw why he was signed for that contract, which honestly isn't even that big. Like the average NBA salary is like $5 million a year. It's not that big. Not big at all. It's just, people hyped it up and pumped it up. So, look, you can't put the genie back in the bottle now, haters. It's out of the bottle again, just like it was last year. There's nothing to say. There's nowhere to go. Jeremy Lin, once again, stepped up to the plate, saw the fastball, and cranked it out of the damn park. And nobody's going to forget it. And that means he's going to get all the opportunities and the accolades that he deserves. And I love it, man. I love it. He tied his career high in points, 38 points. Now, you saw at the end of the game, he got 2 more shots. They were trying to get him 40 points. The team was trying to help him get 40 points, which was good. The game was over, so it's like, okay, let's try to get Jeremy his 40 points. But, yeah, I didn't get it. No big deal. He missed that layup there at the end with like 5 seconds. Yeah, whatever. Look, this was a fantastic game. It's a shame they didn't win. They should have won. But in terms of the Jeremy Lin era and the Jeremy Lin experience, this is a turning point. This is a point of inflection, to use the mathematical term. Now things are going to start getting easier for him. Now his confidence is going to rise. And now, finally, I think that the coaching staff and his teammates are going to start including him in the offense. And they're going to start making more plays for him. And that's the way it should be. This is what Jeremy Lin is. This is who he is. He is the guy that made himself into a mega star last year and got himself the contract, got off of sleeping on the couch, and became a world global icon. So, haters, deal with it. It's over. You lost. Jeremy Lin won. Jeremy Lin's fans won. And people like myself who supported Jeremy and saw what he was and his potential, we won. As long as Jeremy Lin stays healthy, he's going to be a star. I've said that. I said it since last year. And there was something to just put up the other day on ESPN. Oh, an anonymous NBA scout says Jeremy Lin's just a backup. He's just, he's a backup on a good team. Yeah, backups don't do what happened tonight. Backups don't do what happened last year. But it's just one more brick in the wall of doubters and haters. The same people that didn't give him an NCAA scholarship. The same people that said he was a fluke last year. The same people that didn't want him and kept cutting him in the NBA. I salute Jeremy Lin, and I respect Jeremy Lin because he said, you know what, you dudes? Screw you. I'm the real deal, and I'm going to show you I'm the real deal. And that's what he did again tonight. And now everything's going to get easier. Everything's going to get easier. And if the coaches don't use him right, and the teammates don't treat him right, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm not accusing anybody of anything here. Then the owner is probably going to come down and say, what are you guys doing, man? You see what this guy did the other day? Get him the damn ball. Get him the ball, or I'm going to find some coaches that will get him the ball. And I'm going to, find some teammates that are going to give him the damn ball. And that's what Jeremy Lin did tonight. He took control of the situation. He seized the initiative. And he did it after Kevin McHale benched him. Somebody with a weaker mind, somebody with a lesser fortitude would have pouted. They would have gotten mad at Kevin McHale and pouted and, etc. He didn't do that. No. That's one of the things we like about Jeremy Lin. He turned it into a positive. Coaches aren't benching you to make you feel bad. Coaches are benching you because they want you to do better or they want you to do something specific. And Jeremy understood that. He got the message. He came in and he went 100% all out. And that's exactly how he got Linsanity 1.0. And that's exactly what Kevin McHale wanted him to do. So, yeah, I give Kevin McHale a hard time because I think he lost the game tonight with taking Jeremy out in the fourth quarter. But he is the guy that got Linsanity 2.0 started because he benched Jeremy Lin in the first quarter. This was a phenomenal game. Jeremy Lin fans, head held high, chest out. You have defeated the haters and the doubters and all of that group. You win, they lose. Lin wins, haters lose. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm kind of low key right now. I'm a little bit under the weather, but JDV and I were talking about this. I know he's cutting the video, might even be up by now already. This is it, man. This is what we have all been waiting for, and what we knew. We knew Jeremy could do this again, and he finally did it. And now the real fun begins. Give us your comments below. Thumbs up, thumbs down on this video. We will include a link so you can come and join the Conservative New Media Facebook group. Over 2,000 members there and counting. That'll be in the video description below the video player, along with links to video highlights of this game, box score, and game stories. I am Paul Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. We strive to be the #1 Jeremy Lin YouTube fan channel. Tonight was a great night to be a Jeremy Lin fan, and I believe that it is only going to get better from here. Now, like I said the other day, it's not a straight line curve. It's not a straight line graph. He's still going to, there's going to be some backsliding. Some days he's not going to shoot as well. But tonight is the night he's going to be able to look back on if he's doubting himself or he's off a little bit in his shot and say, yeah, I could still do it. I did it again. Now he's got that reservoir of confidence, and that's going to carry him to greater heights and to a sustained Linsanity 2.0. And once he does Linsanity 2.0 consistently this year, that's it. It's over. There will be no more discussions. There will be no more anything. It will be over. He will be the unquestioned starter, a leader. No more doubters, no more haters. Or they'll still be there, but no one's going to pay attention to them because Jeremy Lin's taking control of the situation with his play on the court. And that's how you do it, and that's what he did tonight, just like he did last year. And I freaking love it. Enjoy it. It's a loss, but it's a huge win for Jeremy Lin. Boom.